you'll get to see some of these guys, and I'll point out some of the breeds to you when we go past them. So the farm is divided in two. There's the main farm that we're going to join after, and up here this is the recuperation area for the dogs. Every time we have a dog who is injured or sick, we take them up there because it's easier to give them the treatment from the house. We have some dogs that live up here all year, all the time, because they need treatment every day. For instance, we have a dog who needs eye drops, and as you can imagine, by minus 40, the eye drops, we can't do them outside, so it has to be done inside. We also have a dog who is asthmatic, it's called Soda, and he needs his treatment morning and evening. He can still run, but a lot less than the others. But if you all come with me, we're going to join the rest of the dogs. Don't go too far! Just because we're passing next to it, these are our training targets for the summer. So in the summer it's too hot to have the dogs run. They're comfortable between minus 10, minus 20. That's their perfect sweet spot. Today's already quite hot for them, so we're going to have to take a few extra precautions to make sure that they don't overheat. But if it's above 0 degrees, it gets too hard to make sure that they won't do. So what we do to keep them busy and to prepare them for the next winter is that we split them into different categories, and we have different exercises that we're going to work on for each category. And one of the categories is called shy dogs, and that's because we have a bit of a special status in the area because we are the shelter for the area, like the RSPCA. So some of our dogs come here and they haven't been used to other dogs or to the humans, and with these guys we just work on getting comfortable with it. And you will see them in the teams, in your team maybe. So if you have a dog who, when you approach them, they don't really want cuddles, they go away from you, just the best thing you can do for them is to give them some space. Move on to the next dog. I promise you're going to find plenty of dogs that are going to love the attention, but we're still working on getting the other ones accustomed to the humans. Okay. Lucky here, we live in a regions with a lot of very interesting fauna and flora, and you can always see the prints. And if you're good, you can tell which animal from the print, of course. But we've got reindeer, we've got elk, we've got lynx in the area, we've got some foxes, and the Arctic hare as well, that are quite recognisable, just to name a few. We've got some bear as well, but they're quite sleepy at the moment. Your tree says G-Haw maze, and that's one of the exercises that we do in the summer with the dogs. So G and Haw is mushatong for left and right, and the idea of the maze is that you have the dog in a harness, you have a belt, you tie yourself to the dog, and you go and run in the maze, and you shout G-Haw, G, and you look at which dog reacts the best to the commands. And these dogs are going to become the lead dogs in the team. They will be the smart ones, the ones you can communicate with, that are going to go at the front. So in the teams there will be lead dogs. Just in front of the sleigh we call them the wheels, and they are the muscle of your teams. They are the ones that are carrying the most the weight of the sleigh on their back. And in between they are the swing dogs or the team dogs, and they not only help the lead dogs swing the team around, but they also relieve part of the weight from the wheels. So depending on how fast you want to go and how much you want to carry in the sleighs, you're going to add dogs, you're going to add team dogs. So sometimes if I go alone, I only take 2 dogs. I don't need more. But if you do some competitions where they're going to go really, really fast, you can have 16 dogs in the teams. So today we're going to have anywhere between 4 and 6. Yeah, because it depends on the dogs as well. Some of them are a bit stronger than the others. Are there any smokers in the group? Anyone who's planning to smoke in the next hour? No? Alright then, easy. The farm is split in 2. There's the cages area, and in there we've got some quite young dogs, and their big thing at the moment is to pop their head through the fence and snatch the gloves as you go past and eat them. So you're gonna need your mitts, so keep your hands to yourself. It's not good for their tummy either. And then in the second part of the farm, the dogs are in circles, and they're a little bit easier to go and say hi to, so feel free to. We have no dogs that are aggressive towards humans, you'll find, but some of them are quite excited and they like to jump to say hi. So beware, don't take a dog under the shin. And if you go and say hi to them, just beware of the chain. Don't take it in the shins, because that hurts. Okay? The dogs are in the circles at the back and they have a chain. And Bree, he has a bit of Malamute in the mix, and she has a little bit of German Shepherds in the mix. As you can tell from the colour, probably. So the kennel just behind me, it's a special kennel for the puppies. We don't have puppies every year because we have an ethical approach to fostering dogs, in the sense that we pledge that we will take care of all of our dogs from the moment that they arrive to us, whether they're born here or not, until their death. So if we want to be able to take care of our older dogs, our dogs that are not running anymore, the retired ones, we can't just have thousands and thousands of puppies, because they demand a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of space as well. But we do decide every now and then that we have the space for some puppies, and on those years we will have litters. So they're born at the house, they'll stay about 3 weeks at the house with their mum, and then they will go down to the puppy Hilton, just behind me. And the idea of that kennel is that the mum, when she's a little bit tired, and believe me, when she's got 8 or 9 puppies, she does get a little bit tired, she can go up the stairs and have a little nap, and the puppies can't follow. And when we see that it happens more and more often, that she's taking a bit of distance, we know that it's time for the puppies to go to the kindergarten next door. So she can still see them, she can still lick them through the fence, but she has her own space this time. Between the moment that they're born and the end of the kindergarten, there's about 3 months. And after that, we're going to spread the puppies into different cages, either with a brother or a sister, so that they can continue to play, or with an older dog from outside the litter, who's going to teach them a little bit the do's and don'ts of being a dog. They're going to get growled at every now and then, that's the whole point. That's how they're going to learn.
Hey Maya.
Avoids that sort of issue. But you're also going to find in the cages the dogs with the shorter hair, for instance the ones that do have some greyhounds in, because they can sleep against each other at night and keep